Hi Trowbridge, this is a special video dedicated to my itty bitty littles, especially K4. K4 doesn't have access to all the lessons that I post on Quaver because technically I don't do music lessons for you, and so you are not imported into my Quaver teacher account through Infinite Campus. That is why I'm having a little bit of an issue. But I do believe that you have access to Quaver through your student toolbox, just like any other student in the school. So here you can see we are at Music with Miss Atkinson, missatkinsonmusic.weebly.com. What you're going to do is you are going to go under kindergarten. You're going to go to music lessons.
Hello, Trowbridge student.
You don't have to worry about doing the exit slips or anything because it's really just for me to do grades and to kind of get a feel for participation. Your child is welcome to do it, but it's not necessary for K4. So click here to open Quaver and view your lesson. It's going to take you to a login page to log in with Google, and it's going to take you to your Clever. So what I want to do is I want to show you some games, and I just have a student ID that I picked just to kind of let you see what you see as a student, because my teacher tab is different. So I hope Brady doesn't mind, but I'm going to be her again today. So this is going to take you in through Clever, and you're going to see all of your student toolbox. Right here is Quaver's Marvelous World of Music. So when you click that, if it gives you an option of with Flash or without, do with Flash, because that is going to take you to Quaver Street where you can do all sorts of exploration. This is going to take you to a bunch of activities and things which are still great, but this is where we really want to go. Now I am going to tell you that there's some games up here. It's not really worth exploring for the littles. You're going to go into this music store. Now there's some really fun stuff in the studio that you can explore, but there's something that I really want to show you in the lab that I think is really good, a nice fun game for the littles. So we're going to go into the lab, and this is where we get to ear IQ. And I don't know if I'm going to try to turn my volume down because you'll know what I mean. Once you go into ear IQ, it's like this carnival music that's just really, really high pitched to the ears. So here I go. I'm going to go into ear IQ. We're going to bust through the wall, which kids think is really cool. And there's that lovely music. So I'm going to click play. And this is here, the clown pitch. It's a really fun game for the kids. So you want to know which clown is higher. It's just kind of practicing higher and lower, which is what we're talking about in music. If you want to challenge them, have them sing it. La, la, la. Okay, so that is a really fun game. Now, they probably, if they wanted to, we did kind of talk about major versus minor, happy versus sad. That sounds happy. That's major. Also, sounds pretty happy. Ooh, that makes me feel sad. That must be minor. You can do one more. Oh, we're back to happy. If you go far enough, you'll get augmented, which is sad. That's minor. I was hoping to get to augmented. Ooh, that's kind of eerie. That's the augmented chord. So I really do believe that even at the very, very, very young age, kids are they are totally, totally okay to sorry, just want to make sure it's still recording, to start those starting ear training and ear activities for their listening skills. Okay, now if you go into this phone box,
To the phone box.
It's like a time machine. You can go through all sorts of different areas of time. I'm just going to fast forward. You can kind of do that. And then it's going to talk about a composer. And if you go under menu, there's some matching games where they can play some matching games. And if you want to do the easy. And there's also a puzzle. If you notice, if you went back, there's a puzzle. So you could say water lilies. Ooh, I'm really good at this game today. So these are just some things about the lesson that Quaver kind of explained there. So we are going to, how do I get out of here? Main menu, yes, and exit. And then you can do menu and exit again, but here's the puzzle map. There's a book you wanted to read. So there's a lot of fun activities for the littles in the phone box. Go exit up here. Same thing is true if you go into the, well, I'll just show you. If you go back to Quaver Street, you can go to the Metro. That's the train station. And it'll take you not back in time, but it'll take you to a different genre of music. So let's just say ballet. Go on a little bus ride, little subway ride, and then it'll tell you, Quaver will come on and tell you some things about ballet. And you have the same options for information, a book, map, music. There's that puzzle and that matching game. So they can go into Quaver Street that way. The next thing, I mean, there is some other things within Quaver Street that I can show you, but I want to go into the student tab, that gold student bar at the bottom. Now, Brady's in 4th grade, so assignments here is where I'm doing the rest of K-5 through my 5th graders. But there are some student interactives. And if you click on the student interactives, you are going to find some of those fun games. So if we go into music theory, this is a really excellent game for the littles. It's also talking about high and low. And it can get more and more challenging. So what you do is you play one bell. Oh, and then you have to put them in from lowest to highest. I almost did it wrong. I got to make sure I read my directions, lowest to highest. Oh, I did almost do it wrong. Oh, Miss Atkinson, you are so silly. And then you can check it, and then you got them all right. And then you can go up to level 2. And there's more bells. All right, and if you go to level 3, then you have the whole scale, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Okay, so that bell challenge is a really good second activity after you do the clown pitch game. And then you can go through and you can go beat or no beats. This is another really fun one for the littles where fireworks. Does fireworks have a steady beat? We talk about steady beat. No, fireworks are kind of like all crazy poppity pop, right? What about a chain? Chugga, 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 chugga. And if you're not sure, listen to it. So obviously a clock has a steady beat. What about a waterfall? No beat there. So you get the idea. So there are some really great activities even for the littles. Here's another one about steady beat, about finding the beat. I'll wait for my computer to catch up to me. Okay, so this is a little bit more challenging. We talk about strong beat and weak beat. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So 1 is a strong beat, and 2 and 3 are weak beat. So that might be, you know, maybe a little bit more advanced. This one is the last one I'll show you right now. This is sorting highs and lows. So it talks about a diving board, a cave, a bird, a man's voice, woman's voice, hot air balloon, submarine, and worm. And you got to figure out should they go on the high shelf for the high things or the low shelf. All right, so I will try to keep doing little videos, but this is a lot of information that you can probably get your kiddos started with some music. There is some music creation that you can go into where they can kind of drag beats, and some of this is really, really geared towards the littles. So play with your food, play your foods. We're talking about tas and titis. Ta, ta, ti, ta. So we have a ta, which is a whole apple. And then we have a ti, which is an apple cut in half. We have a z, which is a rest, silence. And if we go back here, and what we're doing is we're also introducing highs and lows. Notice this apple is on the space, and this apple is on this space. So that when you play, you have a little song in the background, and then you have to go and you can kind of count along. Yeah, so, and if there's always little instructions here too, that if you're trying to help your child understand what a certain lesson is, you click instructions and you should get that. All right, that's enough because I don't want to overwhelm you. I've already given you lots of stuff. Yeah, and like I said, you can always go around and play around in here. If for some reason you're not able to get on a Quaver, then let me know and I will find some different activities. I will try to post sing-alongs and just getting them moving and doing some movement, and trying to introduce to them some of the concepts that we would be talking about if we were in an actual music class and not online until the end of the school year. So thanks for tuning in, and I hope you have a wonderful week. And if you have any questions, if there's anything I can do to help, please reach out to me. Thanks.